Guys, Peter here from Arua Solar. So what I'm going to show you today is how to set up your Lux inverter. So for you to access the settings page, you keep the enter button in until it says that, then you're in. On the bottom here, you will see there's a number. That's setting number 1, and on the top it's flashing. So this is where we set the date and time. So the date is the 15th of May 2026. Here we can see the time is out because now it's 11:42 and this thing said it's 17:42. Just go down. When we're there, we just press enter. And that one, enter. So now, next one, we go to setting number 3. This is the battery setting. Here you select between lithium and no battery and lead acid. We have Volta batteries in here, so it's going to be lithium batteries, and their brand number is brand number 2, which is it already at. So then we can just press back. That is fine. The next one we are doing is setting number 6. Here we go in. This is the charging amps on your DC side. So all the 5 kilowatt Lux powers can go up to 110. So I'm just going to set this one at 100 amps to charge from the solar. Then the next one will be the charging amps from AC. So usually we don't want to go any higher than 30 because we don't want to go higher than what the rated breakers are. So we'll keep it at 30. Next one is 30 and we are done with that one. Next one is number 9. So this is the discharge rate. So here it also goes up to 110 on a 5 kilowatt Lux. So what we do here, this is the discharge amps. I usually put it at 100, so I know I can discharge with quite a lot of battery power left. The lower you go, the less discharge you're going to get out of your battery, and your battery or your inverter will trip if that is too low. So next one we have is setting number 11 and 12. First we go to 12. This is end of discharge. This is as far as you can go with your Eskom discharging. So when you are going to use the SOC-based charging function, you want this to be either the same as the lowest level of your battery or higher. But it must never be any lower than where you set your battery's SOC state for Eskom to kick in. I usually put this one at 30 because we're going to work on the batteries. So there we are, 30. Okay, that one takes it. Then we go to 11. You have to set number 12 before you can set number 11. This is the cutoff. On your battery, there will be a cutoff. On 5 kilowatt batteries, we usually put it at 20%. Then the inverter will stop working. It will still have power, but it will stop working, giving power out to the house. I save it on that one. The next step is number 14. This is your charging functions. This one is with Eskom. So here you can set times. So here you set your different times where you want to charge, your starting time and your end time. So you can adjust that accordingly. Just remember, this time setting will only charge your battery up to 100%. It won't look at anything. You can't set it on any percentages. It will charge it up to 100%, or if the time lapse, it will stop charging it with Eskom. So there's 3 settings for that. You can adjust it there. Usually we do this on backup systems. Then we go back to setting 14. Now we're going to go to one that says SOC. SOC is state of charge. So we're going to use SOC. So here it says, when do we want Eskom to kick in and start charging the battery? We go on a 30% because we always want to leave some percentage left at that 10%. So if your Eskom fails during the night or so, you still have about 10% to go. So you can just get through to where you must be or for your panels to start working. Then when I end this one, you can take it anywhere you want. But I will take it to 40% because I just wanted to charge up with 10% just so I can wait for my panels to kick in. It's at 40%. And there we are. It is set up. So then we can just press back. Then we go to setting number 16. Here we enable a hybrid function. We enable that. And we don't enable feed-in. And that is how we set up our inverter to start working. Then we can go back, then we'll see, okay, all of those things are running. This inverter's battery is at 99% full, so it's almost fully charged. So it's using the solar panels to charge it with that. Thank you guys.